Hello, my name is Bobby Gilly, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about LASIK surgery. Um, Obviously, first thing you see on me is a pair of glasses. LASIK surgery has always been in the forefront of my mind over the last probably 5 6 years. I'm 28. I have worn glasses and contacts mostly glasses. I normally do at night after a long day of wearing contacts um, for as long as I can remember, obviously probably since I've been in high school, if not prior to that I've been wearing them. And to be quite honest, it gets pretty annoying having to deal with them every single morning, every single night, cleaning glasses, contact solution, contact cases, carrying all that stuff with you. It gets frustrating. I think the cost of the surgery definitely outweighs the annoyances for sure. So we're going to talk a little bit about uh, what LASIK is. We're going to talk a little bit about pre-op qualifications and/or concerns. Talk a little bit about surgery process, which is actually the simplest thing in LASIK. You would think it's the most stressful, but it's like 7 to 10 minutes of surgery and it's done. You don't feel anything. Like I said, you spend more time in pre-op and in post-op than you do in the actual surgery, which is amazing. It tells you where we've come with technology for sure. Um, but we'll talk, like I said, a little bit about surgery process, and then we'll talk a little bit about post-op expectations and/or concerns, issues that you may have afterwards. Very rare, but they have happened. Um, so a little bit about pre-operation, pre-op qualifications, procedures, concerns. First, LASIK. Obviously, everyone's, I'm sure, familiar with that term. Maybe not familiar with what it means or what it stands for, because I wasn't before this. LASIK means laser assisted in situ keratomyelitis. It's a mouthful, I know. It is the most common form of laser vision correction surgery out there, and the most ideal candidates for LASIK surgery are people who have rather healthy eyes. Even though you may not see well and need contacts or glasses, um, your eyes are still considered healthy. You just might not see as well as others do. But for me, I believe I have mild nearsightedness, and hopefully I don't have extreme nearsightedness. My optometrist has told me I don't, so hopefully when I go in the future to have this surgery, they don't deny me. So anyway, the most ideal candidates have mild cases of refractive error is the um, term for it. Refractive error is the term for nearsightedness, farsightedness, astigmatisms, and so forth. Um, Anyone who has severe cases of refractive error is not really a good candidate for LASIK because it will not, the distance between severe in 2020 is a lot different than mild in 2020. So they don't recommend you spend the money getting it done. So um, the most ideal candidate age range is from 21 to 40. Obviously, that's just statistics. That's just data. You could probably have it before 21 and also have it after 40, but they say that if you have LASIK after 40, you don't get to see the benefits as long because as you age and as your body breaks down, your eyes break down as well. You may not be able to again reap the benefits long term like you would if you got it when you were maybe 25. So that's probably one of the reasons they have the age range of where it is. Reason they have the initial cutoff at 21 is because they say teenagers and towards your early 20s, your eyes are still changing, they're still forming, and they don't like to do surgery on individuals whose eyes may be changing. They'd like to see a year or two between eyes changing and surgery. So again, that's where they get the age range from. Um, Test, again, we're talking pre-op qualifications, initial tests that your optometrist or ophthalmologist or surgeon or whomever may do on you. A couple of them are degree of refraction, which is basically just an eye exam, checking how bad or how good your nearsightedness, your farsightedness, and all that are. They will check your corneal thickness. Your cornea is the main part of the eye for this for LASIK surgery. To be honest, it's really the only thing that they that they touch during the surgery. So they measure your corneal thickness, which is crucial when they're cutting the initial flap in your cornea. They have to know how far to go in order to open your cornea up. They'll do corneal mapping, which along with the corneal thickness measurement, again tells the machines where to cut, how far, how deep to cut, and so on and so forth. They also measure air pressure, pupil dilation, and so forth. So they do all that to determine if you're a good candidate or not for LASIK. Most of the people who get tested are good candidates. So anyway, a little bit, moving on from pre-op to surgery. Again, surgery is the simplest form of, or the simplest part of this process. You walk into the operation room, you lay down, they put 4 or 5 drops in your eyes, leave it in there for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to let it numb your eyes, and they literally put the laser right over one of your eyes, and they can either use an instrument called a microkeratome, or they can use a laser, femtosecond laser is what they call it. Either one will cut the corneal flap open. They cut a hole in your cornea, and they peel back the flap of the cornea, and they don't detach it. They just peel it back and lay it on your eye. And the underlying corneal tissue is what the laser begins to fix. It fixes all of those refractive errors. Again, only takes a few minutes. The reshaping of the cornea is what the laser is doing. It's the process that takes place, and again, a couple minutes, it's done. You don't even see the laser. You just feel a little pressure, and it's over. And they put the corneal flap back over the small hole, and within a day or two, that corneal flap is healed, and you're on your way to recovery or 20/20 vision. So a little bit about post-op expectations. Side effects are very rare, and if you do have them, they're very minimal. Dry eyes, blurry or hazy vision, trouble at night while you're driving. Lights are very bright to you. But again, those normally clear up within a day or two. And basically, it's about it. Other than that, you'll for a couple days after the surgery, you'll go back and talk to your ophthalmologist about, and he'll look at your eyes to see if they're healing properly. And every month you'll go for a few months to make sure your vision is stabilized. And that's basically it. I got a photo I'd like to show you of the process. It's more of a visual, and it's pretty neat. You see the top one is your cornea, and then the second one is the corneal flap that they create using their microkeratome or their laser. And then the third one is the laser fixing the refractive errors, and the fourth one is the flap being replaced back on the eye. And that's LASIK surgery. So I hope you learned a little bit. Thank you.